So I want to share a practice with you, a powerful practice that I've used for years, and it's part of the process of healing stress, but it's also a very powerful way of creating positive change. And it is quite playful. You don't expect this when we talk about healing stress, which is what I'm normally talking about. It's essential actually that we get back to this playfulness. It's not that we force it, but it's something that you lose through stress. I know I lost it. And it's part of effecting positive change. And it's very much to do with being present, consciously connected and consistent. This is all about setting an intention. I just want you to consider, when was the last time you made a wish? I'm not talking about any old throwaway wish, I wish this, I wish that. An intentional wish where you're present and you're playful. It's in that kind of why not? Everything's possible. It's probably a long time ago, because when you're stressed, that possibility, that limitless potential becomes cut off in that disconnect caused by stress. But that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to guide you through. And first of all, what we're going to do is become very present, connect to the present moment, that conscious connection. I want you to come into your heart center. Wherever you're sitting, just become very aware of your physical presence. So we're getting out of the busyness of the mind. We're getting out of the thoughts, the worry, the stress. And no matter how you're feeling in this moment, because it doesn't matter, okay? No matter how you're feeling, you're going to come into the body, into the heart center. Just rest there. As you see, as soon as I do that, I put my hand on my chest, on my heart center. And there's that connection. And I'm aware of what I'm feeling in this space. I'm aware of being present in my body. There's that embodied presence. This is something I've been practicing for years. It's a natural reflex now, to be present in my body, to be connected to what I'm feeling, and to be present in that sense. Okay? So just take a moment and be aware of your breath. Maybe you're aware of your heartbeat. Maybe you're aware of your whole physical presence. Connect to the breath, the inhale and the exhale. Just stay there. Be present in your heart space as you continue to listen to me. This is something I share at the beginning, every day on the Alchemy of Stress course. And we start that course with an intention. And really, when we make a wish, an intention, with intention, we're stating a choice. We're stating something in presence, intentionally. That's already important, because often with stress, we forget that we have choice in that disconnect, in the overwhelm. And as soon as we become present, we understand that we have choice. And the choice we have is how we respond to anything in life, and that we can start to make intentional, conscious choices from that space. So again, what we're going to do here, as we're connected consciously, is make a wish. And there's an intention behind it. Perhaps there's a wish for change in a specific area of your life. Perhaps it's a wish to feel well. It doesn't matter what it is, it's personal to you. And it doesn't matter if you don't know, because this is, again, learning a practice, a powerful practice. And if it's the first time you've done this for a long, long time, since you were a child, it's not unusual that you don't know what to wish for, especially if you've been stressed. We're just going to stay there. You can say it out loud, I wish, or I choose. It's very powerful when we're setting an intention. And again, it's in presence. There's that conscious connection. You're present in the body. You're not solely in the mind and its patterns and its narratives and stories and thoughts and worries. We're now in the body, consciously choosing to be present. So what is it you wish for? So I did this and continue to be present as I share this story. I did this for the first time over 15 years ago when I was incredibly stressed. And I'd started to understand these different practices, part of the process that I share in the Lighthouse web app. The first thing I wished for, with any intention or being conscious of that wish, was for money, lots of money. I was so broke, so desperate. And I was experiencing stress in every area of my life. And I thought money was the answer. Money would solve everything. And so I wished for money. And I started playing the lottery, buying a lottery ticket. But I didn't win any money. And the money didn't come immediately. In fact, it took quite a long time. And you might think, well, then the wish didn't work. And setting an intention, this conscious connection, it doesn't work. But I can tell you it does. Because what I was shown instead of money, which would have been a quick fix, which I probably wouldn't have been able to value or hold or sustain, was I was shown instead my value, where I wasn't able to see my value, to love myself, to respect myself, to hold healthy boundaries. I was so unaware of my value at that point, 10, 15 years ago, that if I'd have received that money, which I thought would have been the answer to all my problems, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have been a long-term, sustainable answer, solution to either the stress I was experiencing, my health problems, the relationship problems, the many, many problems and stress and chaos I was experiencing in my life. What I was shown instead was how to create stability and consistency, to understand my needs and to start to respond to what I was feeling, understand where I was giving myself away, where I was devaluing myself, where I wasn't able to see my true worth. My wishes have changed over the years. Now when I wish for money, and there's that intention behind it, it's an intention to be free, an intention to be joyful and fulfilled, and that money is the facilitator of everything it is I wish to experience in life. But without inner peace and without knowing my worth, money itself would be worthless. It's really incredibly powerful, this practice, setting an intention and wishing or choosing, becoming intentional. And in that conscious connection, you'll be shown everything you need. How to heal if you're stressed, how to heal stress, how to value yourself, how to establish and maintain healthy boundaries, how to choose wisely, what would really bring true personal fulfillment. And of course, it's a very personal journey that we're each on. And it's important to be in this conscious connection, to be tuned in to what it is you're feeling. And again, stress disconnects you from that very important guide to life, what it is you feel, and to be able to trust what it is you feel. And it's all in here. This is an incredibly powerful practice, and I encourage you to do this consistently, just as I encourage everybody who's taking the 6-week Alchemy of Stress. It's about consistency. It's about that conscious connection. It's about listening to what it is your body's communicating, what it is you need, and responding consciously, starting to show up for yourself consistently, and remembering who you are. Because again, we lose so much of that in stress. We suppress it. And this is part of the process of healing stress, a reconnection to who you are at your core, that authentic expression. And it's something that I've learned over the years. It's something that I've learned particularly in the past year. I set a very clear intention as I started these YouTube channels last year, actually, to experience joy and to be in my authentic expression. And so, yeah, this powerful practice, conscious connection, setting an intention, choosing, making a wish, make it playful. It's returning to your authentic expression, which is joyful, free, creative. Okay? So, again, Coming back to that wish you set at the beginning of this post, believe in it and trust the process as you consistently connect. Be present in your body. Listen to what you feel, what your body's communicating. Take the steps that you feel guided to take and see your life change. See your wish become reality, that intention you set. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I'd love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, your experiences. And if you're interested in finding out more, there's all the details in the description box. I look forward to seeing you in the next post.